Well, I get something interesting. Insane driving from Italy during a police chase. Alright, alright. Perpetrator's been spotted. Can you turn motion blur off? Holy shit, this is disorienting. Exit tier 1 mock. Okay. The quality here is actually really hurting me. Holy shit, look at these turns though. What the fuck?
Charlie Romeo 964.
Not a fan of this POV. Yeah, I don't really like the POV either, but it's just because of the blurriness. Give me someone with some like better quality. Police chase UK 17. What was that? What did he throw? A little hammer?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a drill? Oh, actually, huge pit maneuver. The man just bullying this car here, or the van. Oh boy. Not a great advertisement for Under Armour.
Penguinz0, generally back towards Silliest, speed 40 and 30, right, Milligan Road, low risk, pursuit authorised please. Pursuit authorised. Thank you.
They need to upgrade their dash cam quality. Holy shit, this is bad.
Stand by. It's high risk, taking out a load of cones at the port high towards oncoming traffic. It's got a cone stuck to its bumper, no contact with other vehicles, back down to low risk. Ride Rail Road. Stand by. It's
oh, big maneuver.
Pavement, across the pavement onto Glenhill's Way. Was medium risk, back to low. Vehicles overtaking the traffic, speed now 80 in a 30, still no pedestrians, light traffic, medium risk.
Yeah, these car chases aren't that good, you know what I mean?
Left, back towards Port Pie.
It doesn't have the drama
Left,
that a good old-fashioned red-blooded American car chase has.
Not available.
Interesting strategy.
09, I've been rammed. I'm able to continue at the minute. Continuation of the Nuri. 2 people have decamped from the vehicle.
Thanks for your sub Cubone.
It's off-road.
Now it's faster. Yeah, the 2 people leaving the car really increased its acceleration. What is this? Oh.
Somebody decamp.
Anyway, so there's a mayor running toward the shops now, he's just on the Premier. Yeah, mayor's just going through the the primary shop of it.
Man, this is a disorienting POV.
Alright, you're next. Me hands. Theft from motor vehicle, failed stop.
What in the fuck was this guy's plan? What? Hey, I was just in a car chase, but I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go ahead and stop at the convenience store. What in the fuck? What? His plan was to blend in, but they saw him. Like they knew what he looked like. Thanks, they resub Turpits. Have you seen the video of Santa chasing a hit-and-run driver on a motorcycle? Holy fuck. What? Santa saves the day. Hit-and-run offender captured. Is this has to be it. Like, this can't be a normal occurrence.
What a day! What?
Has the hit and run already happened? Oh, must have just happened. Oh shit, Jesus Christ. Actually just hits that woman. Oh my god, now you got Santa Claus and with no reindeers on your ass. He's unencumbered. Holy shit, this guy's a maniac!
Faut la calmer, faut la calmer, faut la calmer, faut la calmer. Arrête-toi, 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 arrête-toi.
Bro, she just hit someone. She has no reservations about doing it again.
Faut arrêter. Éteins.
He's treating it like an animal. Oh, you just got pranked again. How many times are you gonna fall for this?
No. No.
Man, Santa's actually like a hero here.
Oh no 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 no.
I like how he's still chasing her. Even though the police are already on the case, he's still doing it too. He just wants to see it through.
Oh putain.
Typical biker thinks he owns the road. Okay, I will agree. Like, doing the maneuvers he's doing is super douchey if he didn't have a purpose. He is literally tracking down a hit-and-run driver that just blasted a fucking woman at an intersection. I think at that point he has a pretty fair reason to catch up to this person. Though you could also make the argument he got her license plate. That could have been enough. But, you know, you can never be too sure. Cop dropped the bike. Did he just dump the bike? Oh, he fucking dumped it. Wait, how did that even happen? What? Oh, it was so cool. You ruined an action movie moment, man. Oh, jeepers. Just slap her with that charge. Breaking an officer's motorcycle. He got his tootsies stuck. Oh, I also forgot his sidekick in the car.
J'ai essayé de la calmer, faire ça, parce que...
Je sais pas qu'est-ce qu'elle a, elle, là.
Bah déjà, elle l'a pas vu, celui-là qu'elle a... Mais après...
Regarde le pare-brise.
Ouais, le pare-brise, il est éclaté.
Il est où le motard, là, qui est percuté?
Non, non, c'est quelqu'un rue de Rivoli qui traversait le passage piéton.
Ouais.
Et
I also like how they're just arresting her based on this guy's word. Though he does have like a cam, so I imagine it's detaining until they see the footage. But they really trusted Santa Claus. They're like, holy fuck, jolly old Saint Nick says she did a crime. All right, I mean, I trust him.
quelqu'un rue de Rivoli qui traversait le passage piéton.
Ouais.
Et
Thanks to the tier
ah
1
ouais, il a volé, regarde le
bump in
pare-brise.
the resub Helio. Whoops. Overall, I think that was a very net positive situation. I think that was W from Santa, despite his dangerous driving. Thanks to the Prime. Ozza. What if she what if she was trying to catch someone else that did a hit and run? Oh yeah. That would actually be like a really deep anime plot. In her pursuit of a hit and run driver, she performed a hit and run. Thanks to the resub, Chris. And the resub, Shoe. You didn't turn on subtitles? No, I understood everything he was saying, don't worry. I can translate. I understood. Thanks to the resub next. And the resub Mashi. And the resub Mayhem. Have you ever heard of Stanley's Parable? Yep, I played Stanley's Parable. He's a Prime BGW. I didn't play through like the newest one though. I started it but didn't finish it. Thanks to resub owner of Twitch. And the resub Archfiend. And the resub Gooberry. Have there been any other good police chases? Not in the last few days. We got lucky with back-to-back wacky police chases. That's not like a normal occurrence. Police chase through the park in Netherlands. Well, that didn't come up. Things of the Bits Beaches. Oh, I love PS1 D-Makes. It was Norwegian. What if I just do police chase through park? How often does this happen? Is it hero driver ends high-speed chase through a park? No. Just search Norwegian police chase. That's it? Just Norwegian police chase? Norwegian police dramatic car chase with armed robbers. This looks like a park. This is a huge video. I've never seen this. Man, they are about that action, though. Oh! Jesus Christ! These are some tight corridors. Ah, they got him. That was easy. Nice. Easy tier 1 gold knife. That's some Midnight Club shit. Man, what a dead franchise I haven't heard in a long time. But yeah. He's a bit snert. And the resub garbage. Your usual police chase in Ireland. Oh, holy shit. Oh god, the boys are back in town. Fuck. Oh god. What is happening? Don't pit maneuver the horse. Just give it a carrot or something. They like that. Oh, Jesus, he's drifting. Next, Fred Flintstone's gonna come out here with the fucking foot-powered mobile. Thanks, resub Zinix. Pull your vehicle over.
That gas is going to get the fuck up. The dopey big is back.
Exit tier 1 scrimp. So are we in a police car right now or a normal car? It almost seems more like a police escort. Oh, here's some shit out of Ben-Hur. He's a prime Joe and resub Bleach and Gooch. What kind of vehicle even is this? What kind of contraption am I looking at? Like, look at that stance. This actually looks like something out of a cartoon. When a cartoon character's carriage gets blown up with dynamite and all they're left with is, like, the inside, so they're, like, riding, like, the skeleton of it. Is this, like, an actual thing? It is usual. It's for horse racing. Well, why not just ride on the horse? What is the point of of all of this nonsense back here? You'd go faster just on the horseback. It's not even like an actual chariot. It's more like a unicycle buggy, but with 2 wheels, so not really a unicycle buggy. But you sit like it's a unicycle. It's for bad back riders. Okay, so it's like training wheels for horseback riding? This feels like it's a really awful design. Because let's say this horse shits. He's shitting in your face. Like, horse shits can be ferocious. Like, that's just going right in your mouth. Like, this is a terrible fucking design. Like, the horse's tail is brushing up against this guy. I love the trotting sound. It actually sounds like stock sound effects. Man, whoever is driving is also equally putting themselves in danger. What the fuck are they doing? Is this a cop or a normal person? Because holy shit. This is absolutely just a normal civilian. 100%. Also, I've never been to Ireland. This road design is fucking weird. You have one lane going this way, while every other lane is going this way? Fucking design is that? That doesn't make any sense to me. No, they're driving on the wrong side? What? There's been like 5 cars driving this way. They almost got hit by a truck that's driving this way. They drive on the left. No. That I get. But it's only one lane. Oh, everyone was driving the wrong way. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, literally everyone is going the wrong way. I thought it was just our protagonist. Oh, fuck me. I thought they only had one lane going this way, and it was this one. But actually, everybody was going the wrong way. All because of the horse. Yeah, no, now I see it. Now I see it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, he's fucking booking it. The horse owns the road now. What is the conclusion to this?
Patrick. She's all Christian was good for one and one for two.
Yes.
Who's the girls, Daddy? Daddy, one that can only come back in the car.
What is fucking happening?
Now the car.
Over the bridges, Patrick, drive up there.
Boys, I bet she is.
Wow.
Patrick.
Jim.
What just happened? So now he pulls over? Did the driver here make like a reasonable argument? Oh, okay. I didn't realize I couldn't do this.
Come here. Look at my crutch on the back there, please.
They're blaming the horse. How could you have done this? The rider was held hostage. It actually is all the horse's fault. Now they stop to lecture him on the middle of the fucking freeway. What the fuck is happening? How did a crowd gather so fast? That's what I'm wondering. Everyone just stopped their commute to go ridicule this guy? I mean, rightfully deserved for what he did, but how the fuck did they just say, alright, I'm not going to work. I gotta yell at a man. Alright, everyone back to your cars. Everyone back to your cars. He wants to ride a horse around? Let him ride a horse around. Wow. This only has 9,000 views. How the fuck did this fly under the radar? This is the most baffling chase I've ever seen in my fucking life. And there was 2 of them. I don't even know what happened to the other assailant. That man's still out there riding. Jesus. Thanks, Risub Takamizuchi and the Prime Wache. The Bits Bud. They stole his ride. Yeah, maybe someone stole the other guy's horse. That was... That really did feel like an AI-generated video. Like, it felt like AI was experimenting with like a movie plot. So they came up with a premise. 2 guys on horses. High-speed chase. Crowd gathers. They're unhappy. And then they all leave. That was just such a weird circumstance. Wow. I don't know how you found this video, but thanks for sharing it. This was not a very popular chase, but it should have been. That is one of the more interesting ones I've ever seen. You missed the horse get stolen? No, I didn't. You're talking about this, right? Because the horse gets away. Wait, is that a different driver? A different operator? Holy shit, his fucking horse got stolen. How in the... What the fuck? No, wait, it could have been the first horse guy. Like, maybe the other horse guy caught it. Nope, the other horse guy is not wearing a blue jacket. Holy shit, that man just got horse jacked. That shit got yoinked. How? This is so confusing. Where does he come from? Okay, so now that's where the switcheroo happens. During all this commotion. So he rolls up. And then he and then that's where Blue Jacket guy comes in. Yeah, it actually is like a Red Dead Online server. Yeah, they must have known each other. Or it's the most polite horse theft of all time. What the fuck? It's called harness racing. That explains almost nothing. Like, the apparatus is still very silly, but yeah, I mean, that could be what it's called, like what it's normally used for. That answers no questions about this whole situation. They are all Irish travelers from the same group who organized an illegal horse race. What? Okay, okay. That I could make sense of to some level. I still have a multitude of questions, but that's an interesting premise that does answer like some base ones of why. How do you determine a winner here, though? And why are they getting mad at him? So he gets like a public shaming here, like it's Game of Thrones. If they all organized it together, why are they all of a sudden mad? Because they were they were betting. Well, this guy won. Like the other guy, he got a DNF. He didn't even fucking qualify. He was out fucking 10 minutes ago. The police actually seems to have apprehended this man. He got busted. So then it was all up to him to carry the torch. Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. True. Amateur. It's a lot of horsepower to be handling. I think Exhibit's terrible. Yeah, I definitely can't show that terrible. Thanks, Resub Zoink. You never had your horse. Amen, Dom. I think the guy in blue is the cop. Well, that can't be right. That was like a 12-year-old boy. How young can you join the academy? You think this is a cop? Are you insane? Maybe a hall monitor, not a cop. He's a resub LFC and the resub Julian. He's undercover. He's able to disguise himself as a middle schooler. Alright. Dad, can I cuff this guy? This is just, it is not a cop. We're really stretching here. That's not a cop. What a fucking awesome video. Holy shit. Check the comments. Some of them are comments from stream. I'm working on a documentary about Dublin culture. Can we have permission to use this video in the documentary about Dublin culture? Is this a normal occurrence? The horses, yes. The horses I could believe. Like, that's not the most unbelievable thing. The unbelievable thing was the fucking horse chase. Or race, I suppose. This is traveler culture. They race horses in bare knuckle box for money and bragging rights. That's so cool. Like, cool in a silly, goofy way. Why do they race horses though? They clearly have access to cars. Why don't they just race cars? What the fuck is the point? Why not just race the cars? Because the horses are cooler? I mean, the horses are cooler, I guess. High-speed pursuit, 101 freeway. It was Fox 11. It was the... Was this the first one we went to? I think it was.
Well, we're going to be in the Hollywood area right there. That black vehicle that you're seeing is the one that is being pursued. But I have to be very clear about this. Because of all this high rate of speeds, this crazy driving, and it has been crazy driving this afternoon, they backed off. All the black and whites have backed off, but believe me, they are in the area and they are nearby. The helicopter above is the
good move.
Helicopter making the calls, keeping an eye on where this vehicle
now he's going to ramp it off of a parked tow truck.
Vehicle, and they really believe
never
that
to be seen again.
The way these persons are driving, they definitely have something that they do not want to be stopped for. A man with a gun call is the original call, as I understand it. We're just getting that from our assignment desk. Melissa giving that information. And you see what we're talking about.
Man, he is really fucking pumping dick down this street. My God.
Very residential area, high speeds, and that's not the only thing that we've seen. He's actually almost hit or just basically swapped paint with a black and white with an LAPD officer when the officer was in the area stopped. This car driving these extremely high speeds. I'm going to get that map up here in just a moment. Definitely in the Hollywood area, and right now, as I understand it, we are on Kingsley, and we've made our way into the Koreatown area, and this one is one of the ones where I've got to be really careful on what we're doing, because the way these people are driving this afternoon, and the reason for the want, I've got to be very, very careful, because if this...
Man, he is really pushing it here. He's zooming.
This person is to get away from law enforcement.
What's happening to the sportscaster here? What was that? Indigestion?
Well, it's been in the Hollywood area the whole time. It was on the
noise?
freeway for a few moments. We were up doing another story that was going on in the valley. Our assignment desk gave us the heads up that this was going on. We started listening to it, made our way over here. But, you know, let's just keep an eye on what's going on at the moment. This vehicle is still making his way through the Koreatown area. We're on New Hampshire. And you can see
Gino,
these high
Rooney, and the
speeds.
Prime
These are very,
Kaza,
very tight
Yusuf
streets.
Danzu.
Anybody that's ever driven down in this area, especially around this time of the day, knows that
Anyone
it's
that's ever
always
driven
very
in LA
tight
knows
and
how
very
miserable it is.
Compact.
Shit
the
sucks.
drivers in this area also,
Doesn't matter
they're
where you are.
basically minding their own business, and then you've got this lunatic driving around out here. Maybe that wasn't the right word, but look at how this person is driving this afternoon. And now we're back at least onto a major. I believe we're back on Vermont. Vermont was one of the streets that he was on originally. Maybe he knows this area, maybe he doesn't.
Here's a tier
But
1
right now,
Squee
very
in the
high
Prime,
speeds,
Adam, and
many
Resub
close calls,
Infinity.
and that car really starting to work this area.
You've never been to
So
LA? Yes, I have. I
LAPD,
fucking hated
they've
it.
been
Absolutely
trying to
hated
figure
it.
out how they're going to do this safely. They want to bring this thing to an end. Clearly, they have officers in the area. We've seen this car making back onto the 101. We've seen officers in this area. We've seen this car drive by other police officers, and we've heard them on the radio saying, turn off the lights and sirens. They're just trying to calm this person down a little bit, keep an eye on where he's going. Where he's going, well, back onto the
They don't
freeway
have
right
the
now,
speed gauge
southbound
up on
the
this one,
101.
unfortunately,
Speeds
so
are
I don't
picking
know
up,
what
and I'm gonna
numbers
start
he's
playing
pushing
with
here.
some of the tech in the
But he
helicopter
looks like
so
he's
we can keep
really
everybody
going
up
for
to
it.
date. I'm going to show the speed and also the locations.
Oh, there we go. There it is. There's that production value. Okay. We got the street names. We can now monitor the speed. Beautiful. Ever since these police chases really took off on YouTube, they've invested a lot of resources into making them a really exciting spectator sport.
Jeez.
Jesus, right. What a squeeze.
That's right. You know, and this is the thing, speeding on the freeway, we're well into the 100-mile-an-hour, into the triple digits. That car, look at it, just swerving back and forth out there, 80, 90 miles an hour on the 101, just passing, I believe that was
Toby and the recent
Vermont.
Cranky
you can
and
see
Body
that
and
this
Tomahawk.
car just moving along, high speeds. LAPD, they are in pursuit, and again, they're just keeping an eye on it. The window's down for the first time. We can kind of get a little bit of a glimpse of the driver. You can see that.
Why did he roll down the
looking
window?
out the window, driving just, you know what, this is one of those ones where I just can't even keep up. This guy is driving so erratic. I'm just worried so much about any of these other folks that are on the road today. Many, many close calls. We understand that he actually did hit a black and white, a law enforcement vehicle earlier on. Man with a gun call. That's also going to be part of this when this comes to
How the
an
fuck
end,
does he escape?
Because apparently they don't have no reason to believe that weapon is not in that vehicle right now. They understand that there's 2 people in the car, maybe more, but that's
Tony
one of
Baloney.
the reasons why they were asking for additional units earlier on, meaning more officers to engage in this pursuit or be in the area when this comes to an end, because there's going to be more than one person in that car. At least I can say that the speeds have slowed down, and I can't believe looking up, we're going 90 miles an hour on the 101 freeway.
I have to imagine the reason he rolled down the window was to throw something out of
A little
it.
bit of a wider shot.
You're probably
We're making
right.
our way into the valley, so we're going up through the Cahuenga Pass right now. That vehicle still moving very, very quick, and LAPD, they are in tracking right now, meaning there is no black and whites behind
Thanks
them,
to the Prime,
no lights
Gideon.
and sirens, the public not really being warned about what's going on, and he's still driving very erratic.
Now we need a good Samaritan to engage in the chase with him and get him with that
Very
pit
close to
maneuver.
a lot of these folks, and like you said earlier,
A crazy plot twist.
Nobody knows what's really going on. It's just somebody driving really, really fast. But again, this person
Yusuf Hex.
concerned about getting away and not really paying attention to what's in front of him. I'm just very
Tier
worried
1
about the
dojo.
public. I don't want to see this end poorly.
Oh, what is this? No closure? Well, how the fuck does he get away? Does this one have the whole thing?
In the area here, and as we've been
here we go.
talking, you know, a lot of the people.
Possible that vehicle is still under the.
are off for the...
Oh, he actually did the classic movie stunt of going back to the overpass and trying to escape.
Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look as packed as it often is around lunchtime with...
They're trying to get this driver to calm. He will just sort of calm down and head perhaps to his home or another place to get out of the vehicle.
Sorry for the spoiler.
Out of the vehicle, it's much safer if he can get out of the vehicle. Then they can at least take him into custody. Okay, now we're getting off at Lancashire Boulevard. This is in Universal City. This is on the other side. This is on the north side of the pass. But now he is heading. That looks like southbound on Lancashire. Yeah, there's a gas station right there. This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard, and again,
that guy's using a turn signal. It's definitely not him.
Nevada plays. We don't know.
Oh, did he turn around? Oh my God, there's so many options.
There's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here, and as we've been talking, you know, a lot of the people.
This guy's driving like shit. It could be this guy.
They're off work, and this is certainly.
Wait, no, it is actually probably that guy.
Really busy. Surprisingly.
No, probably not this one. The other one.
As packed as it often is.
Oh fuck! What happened? How did wait? What just happened in there? Like 4 black cars all came out of there, and they all looked like the same make and model of the car. Wait, what the fuck was that? Was this rehearsed? Did he call in reinforcements like, boys, I need five black Camrys parked under this overpass, stat. I need to blend in, like Assassin's Creed. Mirage alt. Chiru. Okay, so that's definitely him. And then here, what are the odds? Look at this. So this is not him, but it's like the exact same car. Okay, interesting.
The north side of the pass, but now he is heading, that looks like southbound on Lancashire. Yeah, there's a gas station right there.
Another one?
This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Oh, man.
Boulevard, and again, you were mentioning, Mark, that he
just got a crazy lucky break in there.
Nevada place. We don't know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here, and as we've been talking, you know, a lot of the people out right now.
I really think it's this guy, though.
Work, and,
the guy grinding the line there, debating on whether or not to make some crazy moves. I really think that was I think that was your boy.
As packed as it often is around lunchtime with a lot of folks going out to lunch, and perhaps that's because so many of the people that work in the area are off for the holidays, but certainly a tricky situation. Sky9 trying to keep a close eye on this car, but it looks like we're
bottom right. He did a U-turn.
You know what, Amy? We're not the only ones looking for this. I can hear the air commander asking for anyone who had eyes on this vehicle to give them a description. They are looking for a black Honda Civic, and they did have the license plate, or I should say it's a black Honda. I know that for sure. I heard them say Civic, but it looks like the air unit is also searching for this vehicle. Now you can see LAPD units coming up off the
Damn, holy shit. Wait, he actually did just escape.
Vehicle is still under the overpass, but Sky 2 did.
It's not under the overpass, I'll tell you right now. Or under the overpass.
Dark colored vehicles come out the other side of.
Oh yeah, he's definitely fucked. They got the plates, I'm sure. But this was what a stunt here to escape. Let me see.
He can at least take him into custody. Okay,
is there anything like identifiable here?
Boulevard. This is in Universal City. This is on the other side. This is on the north.
I can't tell. It looks like he has like blacked out rims, but so does this car, it seems.
Side of the pass, but now he is heading. That looks like southbound. On
there's silver. Was there silver trim? I didn't see that.
This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard, and again,
it's definitely not him using that turn signal. 0% chance.
Nevada place. We don't.
It could be this guy. Well, no, actually, I don't think so. That doesn't seem to be a Honda.
Know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area.
I just really think it's this guy because he comes out all like cattywampus. Like he comes out dazed.
Here, and as we've been talking, you know, a lot of the people out right now.
Is this not the same car? No trim. Yeah, I guess not.
Now they're out of school, they're off work, and this.
Someone in chat had an interesting idea that might be true. He could have gone under here and then cranked a U-turn and then just came out this way, driving totally natural. Which I think is possible.
Certainly, this
is heading.
Let me see him go in one more time.
Want him out. Hope this driver to closer, but this.
Yeah, so it's definitely got the silver trim.
Closer, but LAPD
so it wasn't that guy. I was wrong.
Is doing that tactic where they're trying to get this driver to calm down a little bit by putting the lights and sirens a lot further behind him, or maybe turning those lights and sirens off at all, hoping that maybe he
did just use a turn signal actually.
Perhaps to his home or another place to get out.
Maybe
of the
it was
vehicle.
turn signal guy.
Out of the vehicle, it's much safer at Lancashire Boulevard. This is on the other side. This is on the north side of the pass, but now he's right there. This is now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard, and again,
I can't see. Did that have the trim on it? I can't tell. It's too deep.
There. This is now in Studio City, Amy.
No, maybe it is. I think I can kind of see it. I can't tell. It's too high.
Now in Studio City, Amy.
Should be Ventura Boulevard, and again,
no, it doesn't look like it has a silver trim.
This car has Nevada plates. We don't know if this person is familiar with the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here.
He also had lighter rims. Oh, did he? I didn't even look for that.
A lot of the people out right now.
Not this guy.
They're off work, and this is certainly surprisingly Ventura doesn't.
Oh, wait! It's this guy. Wait, this is absolutely it. Wait, this is him. It was the third guy that came out. Yeah, it's definitely the third guy. This is the same car. Cause yeah, silver trim. And it even has the lighter stuff you mentioned. No blue on the plate? Did it have blue on the plate going into it? Fuck. Oh my god, what the fuck? Jesus. How many cars... How many of these Hondas were under that under the overpass? Jesus.
And
yeah, you're right. That's not the same guy. It doesn't have the blue on the plate. How the fuck is that possible? Yeah, man went under there and hit the shadow clone jutsu. Wow.
As packed as it often is around lunchtime with a lot of folks going out to lunch, and perhaps that's because so many of the
I do think what probably did happen is he went under here, did that U-turn, and then came out like driving natural. And that would also explain why this car comes out like all fucked up. Because he maybe like swerved to get out of the other guy's way, so now he's all like discombobulated. So like right here, he's probably in here with that U-turn now going this way, and he just poops out that way.
Area here, and as we've been talking, a lot of the people out right now, they're out of school, they're off work, and this is certainly an area that can be really busy. Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look there.
Did see a bunch of dark colored vehicles come out the other side of.
That is crazy luck from that guy.
See that the driver is able to get away. They are searching there for any black sedans there, but as you mentioned, Mark, it is
and Agonomics in the Tier 1
that they were reporting. Again, this began just a little afternoon, about 12:04. Reports of a hostile man with a gun. As we were telling you, this is a black sedan with Nevada plates. We don't know if that person is from the area or not, but we did see this driver just going really fast on surface streets and extremely fast on the highway. And of course, on the highway they are not able to do spike strips, they're not able to do pit maneuvers, but it is a more dangerous situation on these surface streets because you have pedestrians out there, you've got people completely unaware of this car coming up on them so quickly. So really just not a good situation either way on the highway or on the surface streets.
They ditched the car under the stream.
And officers have to keep in mind that this person does have a gun reportedly in that car. There are dark tinted windows. You don't know exactly how many people are in the car. We were reporting, Mark, I believe you said 2 cars, and we're showing video on the right side of the screen, which is shot earlier.
Okay, Amy, I wanted to jump in here for just a second. I'm looking at the radar and I'm seeing basically the noses of all of the helicopters, both law enforcement and media, pointing southbound on the 101, including us. I just heard the air commander. We may have found this vehicle on the southbound 101.
No way.
As you can see, Sky 9 is right on the tail of that LAPD airship. We believe that airship may have found it, so I think we're trying to get Sky 9 into position to try and find this vehicle on the southbound 101 right now.
Yeah, this driver just going so fast. And Mark, even though it's an out-of-state plate, it makes you wonder.
Well, I don't want to see the old footage here. I want to see where he's at now.
and knew exactly what they were doing and trying to
take me to
hide from,
the hot pursuit
enforcement.
here.
There were not cruisers
Not the best of
close
moments
behind the car because they were actually trying to get this driver to slow down a bit because he was so reckless. Oftentimes they will back off of the ground pursuit and just keep a bird's eye view, and we do know that that's what they were doing. Law enforcement up above keeping a close eye, but sometimes when they go into those overpasses, it can be tricky to keep a close eye on them, and it appears on the left side of your screen there, they are still looking for the car in the area. What we're showing you on the right side of your screen is this driver going southbound and then made its way over to the Hollywood.
The good news is that a LAPD pursuing unit at one point was close enough to this vehicle to get the exact numbers on that plate. So they will have that. They will be able to put a be on the lookout report for this vehicle with
so
the
they
exact
didn't get it.
license plate number. So that's good. The bad news is now I am hearing the air unit asking for any ground units to come up on the radio and talk to them about where they last saw this vehicle. So now I think that report that maybe they had spotted this guy on the southbound 101 turns out to be another, just the wrong vehicle. It was another black Honda. They checked the license plate and it wasn't the right one. So we are back to square one.
Police searching for pursuit suspect on the same channel says the driver ditched the car and got into a white Jeep.
By Universal Studios.
A lot has changed over the last.
It was a video? Oh my god, another chase. Jesus. This one.
Sky 9 over Studio City. This is where a pursuit driver ditched his car for a new one. Police were in pursuit of that black car.
Wow.
But now we're being told that when that car went over that overpass, this is at Lancashire Boulevard and Universal City, they were able to get out of their black car and get into a white Jeep. Right now, we don't know if that driver had someone working with them and picked them up, or if this was a carjacking. We are still waiting on word from officers exactly how the person who was leading them on a pursuit was able to get.
That is so fucking big brain. 100% what must have happened is he made a call while on the interstate. So he kind of phoned it in on the interstate and was like, okay, look, I'm going to need you to meet me under the overpass at this spot. I'm coming in hot. Like, this is actually some shit out of the Italian Job movie. Or I guess it's possible that he ditched the car and then stole another one GTA style. Either one is likely. Assuming this is accurate. Though I don't know why they'd lie about him ditching the car. Though I guess what... Here's another one. I'm throwing out all possible options. What could have happened is since none of the ground units saw that happen, I'm imagining they're relying on witness testimonies from like pedestrians in the area. Maybe one of them was in on it and they're like, oh, yeah, that guy in that black car that was driving recklessly? Oh, yeah. He got out into a clown car, a purple clown car. Oh, and they went southbound. Like, it could have just been a lie from the start. Thanks to the resub Nick, Fundy, Cook, and Rusty. Damn, this is actually a pretty wild one. This has so many like possible explanations.
To get out of that black car and into that white Jeep, but they are now looking for that driver in a white Jeep. Again, this started out as a pursuit just after noon this afternoon in Koreatown. We were told it was a hostile man with a gun. We were also told that there were two people inside that black car. Again, we are still waiting for word on if the search is continuing for that white Jeep. We, of course, will keep you posted as soon as we get new information.
Wow. This was 7 hours ago. Did they ever catch him? I'm imagining not. I'm assuming the car was stolen, so the plates are kind of worthless would be my guess. Go look for the Jeep in the original stream. Okay, let's see.
All right.
Let's see if we can see a Jeep leave.
That can be out right now.
So we're looking for a white
Jeep.
Jeep
An area that can be
puking
really
out
busy.
somewhere over here.
Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look as packed as it often is around lunchtime, with a lot of folks going out to lunch, and perhaps that's because so many of the people
Or it could be over here somewhere, but we're not going to see this side because of the chopper's position.
A tricky situation. Sky 9 trying to keep a close eye on this car, but it looks like we're struggling to.
Yeah, and you know what, Amy, we're not the only ones looking for this. I can hear
white
the air
Jeep just
commander
pulled
asking
in.
for anyone who had eyes on this vehicle. We're not the only ones.
Yeah, people that work is it that can be off work. You know,
Where did you see that?
With the area, but there's going to be a lot of congestion in the area here. And as we've been talking, you know, a lot of people out right now. They're out of school, they're off work, and this is certainly an area that can be really busy. Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look
on the right. It was on the right side. You said a white Jeep pulling in. There's this. I don't think this is a white Jeep pulling in, though. This is coming out. And I don't even think that's a Jeep. Is that a Jeep? I can't tell. It's fucking blurry. It's coming in on this side. Where? This is leaving, by the way. This is leaving, not coming in. On the off ramp. How are you guys even seeing this with all the pixelation? What the fuck are you talking about?
This is certainly an area that can be really busy. Surprisingly, Ventura doesn't look as packed as it often is around lunchtime, with a lot of folks going out to lunch, and perhaps that's because so many of the people that work in the area are off for the holidays. But
that's not a Jeep, is it? No, that's definitely not a Jeep. Is that a Jeep? I guess it could be. I don't think it is, though. It looks more just like a normal SUV. Thanks, the resub. Mac, Sporksy in the Prime, Newton and Matt, and Happy in the resub Nick. Could be a Cherokee. Let me see. It could be a Cherokee. Yeah, it could be a white Jeep Cherokee. It's just like every goddamn car design is like exactly the same nowadays. They're all so uniform. It's so hard to distinguish different makes and models now. That could be fucking anything. That could be a Kia. Like, I mean, that could be literally anything.
Area are off for the holidays, but certainly a tricky situation.
Regardless, though, pretty big brain. Although I don't even know if it was big brain or if he just got extremely fucking lucky. That was a very wacky police chase. They hopped in the invisible boatmobile. That would be huge. Can you fucking imagine? They go into the underpass and on the outside is the paddy wagon. Oh man, that'd be a hype chase. They'd probably just like give up on the pursuit right then and there. I feel like he saw his chance and took it. Yeah, he must have. I think what's very possible is like he pulled in the underpass, ditched the car, and then stole another car. Because there was two of them. Like, they probably just like fucking rushed another car and took it. Like, I don't think they would have been able to plan it that quickly. Like, that would be crazy if they somehow planned it that far in advance. He also had a gun. Yeah, plus he had a gun. He absolutely could have just rushed a car and stolen it. Have you seen the one where they lost the guy on foot and got a totally different guy and even let the dog on him? Yeah. We went over that one. Thanks for some toast and ghost.
One lane there.
So this one? 53 minutes ago. We got our standard sports broadcaster here commentating the police chase. Love to see that. Love to see the boy back in action. He fucking lives in the chopper now. Like, this guy actually probably just set up, like, a sleeping bag in their police chopper, just waiting for chases.
Around this semi-truck, and absolutely trying to play games here with that primary officer behind him. And now the lights are completely off once again.
He's a suspected armed robber.
Off.
God damn. Exit Prime King, and the resub J, and gives sub Dumb Drunk Gamer.
Hovering between 70 and 80 miles per hour as he applies a little more gas here.
And the resub Dimney. The resub Swoley. They're always on the interstate.
That's still CHP overhead.
The tier 1 Conan.
That CHP helicopter still following along. LAPD monitoring this pursuit in the event that he gets off of the freeway. Could put them on surface streets here in the San Fernando Valley, but in any event, certainly appears to be continuing the ride along the 5 freeway here, which is solidly in California Highway Patrol's jurisdiction, using that shoulder to get around some of this traffic and maybe thinking about an exit again, or we might see a last-minute swerve back over to the left. We'll see what happens here. He's got a few exits coming up as he gets into Sun Valley.
He's sub dumb. I think so, Cranky. Chat was saying that.
Getting off the freeway. Getting off the freeway, committing to that exit ramp.
People still do this in 2022. This is like the newest meta. Like, this is a trend now. There's a police chase every few days. Like a high-profile one.
Or will this put him up?
It's become like a sport.
Roscoe
Tier 1
Boulevard, but turning around. Turning around on Roscoe, this could put him back on the freeway. Yep, flipped it around and now going southbound on the 5 freeway. So he got off just briefly, used that Roscoe exit to turn around and is now continuing southbound on the 5 freeway back in the direction that he started in. So to recap here, he started further south of
the interstate section is like filler. It just serves to be like a little cushion, like padding for time for the actual meat when they get off the interstate.
The 10 freeway out to the San Gabriel Valley a bit, turned around like we just saw on the 5, made his way over to the 5 freeway, northbound 5 for some distance all the way into the San Fernando Valley, and now he has flipped it around once again, now going southbound on the 5 freeway, heading back towards Burbank. Burbank Airport off to his right.
Thanks the bits, JJ. Good to see you, man.
And getting back over to the that number 1 lane. We'll see if he jumps in the carpool lane or just straddles these middle lanes here. But in any event, traffic was relatively light if he would have continued north.
Okay, I'm gonna skip a little bit of the filler here.
Southbound side of the 5 freeway.
Oh, whoa. Okay, they're actually engaging in the chase. Usually they don't. Not on the interstate, at least.
Over to the right now. We'll see if that's an indication.
He turned his headlights off, so he's invisible.
Contemplating an exit, or he could very well once again stick with the 5 freeway, which is my bet. Doing a lot more weaving as he tries to get around the little traffic that there is out here. Now in Glendale's jurisdiction as he maintains his composure. Again, this driving has been very, very competent. I mean, the movements behind the wheel have not been terribly erratic. He's not.
He's on the interstate, man.
Very erratically at all.
He can do is drive straight.
Basically doing the speed limit or above, now pushing about 15 to 20 miles over the speed limit as he pushes the gas pedal a little bit further.
Is this live? It was 10 minutes ago.
We're not talking about an extremely dangerous pursuit, but nonetheless, somebody who is refusing to pull over. And that obviously creating inherent risks there. It looks like that's an Altima. Looks to be a Nissan Altima. past.
Oh man, whoa, that production value. Yeah, they got the circle out on him.
CHP
hey,
now
Ruxin,
in a
good to see you.
position
Thanks for
where
the
they're
resub.
able to
Hope you're well.
possibly create a traffic break behind them, although it looks like they're following in a single file line using that number 3 lane. Fortunately, as I mentioned, not a whole lot of traffic. It could pick up a little bit more here. There, that started in the Century area of LA County Sheriff's jurisdiction, and now looks like he's getting off the 5.
Thanks for the resub, noob.
We are at the East LA interchange, and it looks like he may be getting onto
Beautiful overlay.
10. Is that transition going to put him on the 10, or is he going to come back around here onto State Street?
Man, these cinematic angles.
No, north. Getting back onto the northbound 5? Or is that the 10? Always difficult here once we're in the Spaghetti interchange on the north side of the East LA interchange, and sure enough, he is now on the 10 freeway, eastbound 10 freeway. Eastbound 10. Ooh, something flew off the vehicle there. Did you see that?
How in the world did you see that?
Went flying.
No,
there.
I didn't see
Almost looked
shit.
like a tire.
What?
Maybe it was a tire in the road. In any event, still blacked out. Eastbound side of the 10 freeway. About 75 miles per hour. CHP continuing to transition to the 10 with him. There's 4 units altogether.
Okay, let's see him get off the interstate.
Early another 710 tire. Sparks flying yet, but
Oh man, what is happening here?
there's
Oh.
a report from down there that he may be.
Damn, we're really getting in there. Oh, he's tired.
Yeah, look at that. That front left tire. I don't think there's anything left, and there's some sparks.
Yeah,
so
okay.
He's now missing a tire, and we're starting to see some more sparks flying off of that front left wheel.
Man, how the fuck did he notice that?
Not sure how that tire came off, but you have to wonder how he's maintaining the speed and control of the vehicle at these speeds, doing about 80 to 90 miles per hour ever since he's been on the 710 freeway, and that's with 3 tires. And there you see some more sparks flying off of that front left rim, and that's going to start to run down. That's going to start to lead to trouble here. The vehicle now on borrowed time.
It is an Altima
without
as well.
that front tire.
We can't forget that fact.
Gotta wonder whether there was a spike strip on one of those transitions that we may have possibly missed, or whether that almost has to be what it is. But in any event, you can see him maintaining his speed here.
Okay.
Southbound, again, 4 units in pursuit.
Oh,
California
yep.
Highway Patrol not letting this one
It's
go.
really wearing down now.
Especially Grind 3. Squeezing along the shoulder there. So the end theme here is
Here we go, finally off the interstate.
Homes.
All right, this is when the
Off the freeway, off the
plot
off
gets
the 710, off
crazy.
the freeway. A little bit of smoke as he exits here, applying the brakes, creating a lot of heat. Here comes some more brake lights as he approaches the end of this exit ramp. Looks to be getting off at Wright Road. Through the light, slowing down into a residential neighborhood. Another left turn here into an even narrower street, St. James Avenue.
I feel like we've seen St. James Avenue in another chase.
Homes.
Must be very popular for police chases.
3 tires, losing some more metal there, and you can see
There's also a passenger in that car.
they're still behind him. You can see the flashing red and blue lights. A lot of activity coming from that driver's seat. And now back onto Imperial Highway.
Thanks, a resub cheese.
Slowing down a little bit here, but still looks like they're trying to figure out where they want to take this. Heading back towards the freeway.
Oh, boy.
Back towards the freeway, over the freeway, past a construction zone on Imperial Highway. CHP continuing off the freeway. And we'll throw up that real-time speed tracker. It looks like about 45, maybe 40 miles per hour.
Thanks a bit, Cranky. That's a good point, Cranky. He could be. He's going to need to try and get creative here if he wants to somehow evade this. They're not just going to let him go here, I don't think. Not for armed robbery. Plus, he's driving without a tire, so he's a danger to everyone on the road.
Slowing down, coming up on another red light here into a shopping center or gas station.
Oh, baby.
Look at that. A wild move.
That was a wild
Something
move.
we really haven't seen here for most of this pursuit. Jump the curb there.
He's a
Use
Prime
that
King.
gas station to get around that red light, and is now picking up speed once again on Imperial Highway.
They look so calm in there.
Joining you now on this pursuit. It has been pretty strange, to say the least. We've got some armed robbery, one armed robbery suspect at the wheel of what is believed to be a Nissan Sentra. Chris Christie overhead in Air 7 HD. Glad to join you this evening as we watch this thing.
Eastbound Imperial Highway.
Eastbound on Imperial Highway. The left front tire missing.
Is that right? Through another red light.
And I'm not sure if Chris can hear me. Hey, Chris, can you hear me? Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just busy. Can't you see I'm watching a police chase?
Sorted out. We can tell you there's at least one person in the vehicle. Looks like a second person, a passenger, in the front passenger seat. Now, he's trying to maneuver through traffic here as he heads on East Imperial Highway. And again, the left front tire.
It's starting to really lose speed.
On the left front tire. That has led to some sparks flying on occasion. And to what you would think would be some pretty bad maneuverability.
Oh, yep. That's all she's got. Oh, boy, look at those jets on this guy. Activating turbo speed.
Into another group of cars, and it looks like a commercial
going into a commercial building.
Oh, into the liquor store.
Helicopter able to keep the night sun on him, but those CHP units are
He just straight up left his girlfriend in there like, good luck, bitch, I'm out. Godspeed. This is your fault. Yeah, you made me rob that place.
Not him. Wonder how he either made his way into one of these. It looks like a liquor store there. Oh no! I hope he's not in that liquor store.
Well, he is. We watched him go in there.
That would be a big problem.
Doesn't look like it. You could see somebody there at the front door. That night sun following the.
Oh man, they have no idea who he is. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's not the guy. That's not the guy. Oh god.
I don't think so.
I don't think he had that much time to change. He wasn't wearing anything like that when he got out of the vehicle.
I don't think so.
Oh,
but,
jeepers.
Somebody with a guilty conscience just putting both hands up in the air. And you can see them now scouring this entire parking lot looking for any sign. You can see there's a gap between that liquor store and
yeah, he may have squeezed down there.
Very well squeezed between the two. I can't tell. It looks like there's a possible gate there. I can't tell. They're now going to peek inside that liquor store. K9 units already on scene. There's several witnesses who can help those officers out because he is not, I mean, look at them. They're kind of staying outside of the liquor store. Wonder if he might be inside the liquor store.
Oh, now they're going down the street through the parking lot. Again, this was the driver who took off on.
Oh, this is just a random guy. Oh, Jesus.
Chewing on this guy.
It's a random guy who was just getting a fucking beer.
I don't think that's him.
It's not him. What the fuck? Of course it's not him.
Get us video of
well, that should be a lawsuit.
Video of the
guy was just getting a goddamn beer.
Out of the car. We're trying to get that. He's in there by himself trying to get that video. We're going to try to get that to you. This doesn't, although he seems to be of similar height.
Jeepers!
That guy looks
Zoinks!
pretty tall, but as I recall, I think he was wearing a white shirt, right? And had a white hat, black hat. This is a Dodger hat. And
the other guy was wearing blue jeans and a black T-shirt.
Right. Yeah. There was
the other guy looked like he had just finished like at an actual baseball game. Like he actually looked like he was coming from a sporting event. This guy is just here getting a beer.
I wonder if somebody else has called in here, but there's somebody reportedly running back there.
Okay.
I just don't think that. I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was
They do have the wrong guy.
Roughing him up quite a bit. But I don't see any activity back there from what I could tell, and no sign of law enforcement, so I'm not sure where that report's coming from.
They look it's not even close. It's not even close.
And a black hat. That's who ran out of the vehicle.
Yep.
And that is completely not the description of the person that they had down that was being chewed on
Jesus
by the
Christ.
canine unit there. This
totally
person,
different
it looks
suspect.
like,
They
may
do have
gone,
a passenger, at least one passenger in custody.
Female.
Female passenger. Not clear if there was a third suspect. There was a report of a third, but not sure if they've already gotten somebody else out of there. But in any event, at least a passenger.
I only saw a passenger.
And the driver, obviously, who is now being sought after between this apartment building and the liquor store shopping center there off of Imperial Highway and Downey Avenue is where we are.
Wow, did this guy get away?
What you spotted, that seems to comport with what may have happened here. As he saw, there is a gap between those two buildings with what looks like a gate. And if he was agile enough, he may have been able
I can assure you he was not agile enough.
Into the gap between those two buildings.
I can tell you that by just taking a brief glance at him.
Back behind. What do we see? Wait a minute. Look in that corner. Look in that corner there where the night sun is. No, go down a little bit. Tilt down.
We're going to see him in the dumpster giving a thumbs up.
I saw a little movement right there.
There was some movement.
Oh, is he?
And that's where the night
No.
was focused.
There's no way.
Helicopter right overhead, following reports of somebody apparently running behind the businesses back there.
There's a Tier 1 Zua and Tier 1
There
Spoof.
appears to be some movement, but I don't see anybody running.
All right, right there where the sun is. You see that movement right there?
Where? What are you seeing?
The dark area to the just directly down from this building. Just down a little bit. In that area is what it, right in there. Right, stop. Right in there is where it looked.
Yeah, get the microscope out.
Movement a second ago.
Maybe
I may have been
that,
wrong, but you see how the shadows move around because the helicopters are moving? That is possibly what it was, but I thought I saw some...
Yeah, there's no shot. No way.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, and actually that happens quite a bit to us up here because as those shadows move around, it can play tricks on the eyes, if you will, but it certainly appears that they are focused back there. They're looking for some more activity. They're probably realizing now that other person in a baseball cap.
Yeah, the guy that just got mauled. Completely innocent.
But you still see some more officers in
that guy better get paid for that.
And I wonder if they have access to other cameras back there. You never know, especially in the rear of the business.
It is possible, too, if there's a rear door, that he might have run right through the liquor store. Right,
very
and that's possible. Yep. Looks like that may be it right there, and that he may have run through and is back behind the building.
He is not exactly what I'd consider a physical specimen. He did not hop any of these like fences or anything. He is somewhere here.
Fact, that's the only other way I could see him.
Unless he snuck out down the street over here.
By the time he would have run around the building and back there, he would have lost some steam. We would have seen him. We would have seen some indication. And there was other people in front as well who would have pointed police in that direction. Mm-hmm. So if he is back there,
or
those
they
reports
wouldn't.
are correct. I have a feeling you might be right. He may have very well just run straight through.
Yeah, and we're getting a better description. Our floor director, Mike Gilbert, was able to get a screenshot from our air on his phone. This is how we're doing this stuff now. The guy had a beard, too. The suspect had a beard. He was wearing a black T-shirt with some sort of logo, it appears, on the back of it, and a black hat with some sort of logo on the front of the hat, and what appeared to be light or gray jeans or pants, and he had a beard. So we're zooming in on it literally right now. You know, that's the shot that we got from Air 7 HD, thankfully.
No, let me take a peek at him real quick. Maybe I know this guy. Is that like a goatee? Is this Keemstar on the run or something? What? Wait, is that like a really sharp goatee down there? Yeah, he's got like a beard that comes to like the point. It looks like, or it could just be like an intense shadow. We need to enhance.
Pretty distinctive.
Yeah.
It's not just some plain, you know, incognito sort of outfit he's got on. Plus, he's got short sleeves. He's probably the only person within miles who's in, who's in shirt sleeves right now because it's freezing out there at night. Now it looks like there's some police activity behind the building. You see a flashlight moving around back there.
Have they made their way back there?
It
yeah.
looks like it.
Yep,
yeah, you've got cops with flashlights.
Some flashlights. You see additional agencies now joining the surge here. Down
just call out his name.
County Sheriff, California Highway Patrol at the end of this pursuit. None of them were able to. Is that him?
Thanks for some Chickler.
No, that's not him.
Is that somebody else though? Somebody else.
Somebody else.
Is he getting arrested back there, or what's going on?
Wonder how many people.
There might be somebody else back there. Let's keep moving in that direction.
Right.
I wonder.
What just happened?
Now keep in mind, this is an armed robbery suspect, correct? This is someone who's believed to have committed an armed robbery.
That's right.
Recently,
yeah.
So they don't know whether the person they're looking for has a weapon on them. They've got to be very careful with this search. They can't just go running up and down the street looking for this guy. They've got to be very careful about when they open a door, when they open the lid to some crawl space or something that they're looking at. They've got to be. They can't just kind of charge around through this area looking for this guy because he may have a firearm on him and could really cause some damage. So. You know, it has to be meticulous, but it has an urgency to it because this is a wanted felon.
Well, yeah, you can't just give up on the chase here.
And has so far
now we're in too deep.
To get away.
Yeah, and the report is that he may have very well been armed. So, sorry.
Go ahead.
Somebody coming out the front door. Somebody coming out the front door. That's no, that's the other guy. That's not him. That's not unless he put on a jacket.
Unless he put on a jacket. Check his shoes.
Yeah.
Let's see if his shoes. Okay, because the guy had on
kind
of high top shoes and very skinny jeans, if memory serves.
Well, lift up his jacket.
But in any event, you're right, Mark. He was reportedly armed. They have to treat this very methodically. You can see them with their guns drawn as they scour the back of that business.
Does he have a beard? Does this guy have a beard?
Oh, it actually could be him.
His hat's off.
I can't see. Does he have a beard? Can we get like a lower angle? It actually could be him.
It's possible.
Maybe found a jacket back there.
He doesn't seem to have
Those
the
jeans
same
look
build.
baggier than the ones he.
They look baggier than the other guy. I agree, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an astute observation.
But what are the odds that you know they're scooping people up outside of this liquor store?
He definitely does have that like very similar facial hair. He just looked up a little
bit. The guy either. But what are the odds that you know they're scooping people up outside of?
I don't know. It could be. It actually could be. This is close.
This liquor store.
Where would he have found that jacket though?
Got handcuffed. Maybe they're having somebody try to ID this person. But the jeans definitely look baggier than the ones that guy had on. We could be.
It's hard to say that though because he was running, so his chunky thighs were probably like really pushing against the jeans, making them look tighter.
Well, man,
that's
I
possible.
gotta wonder now whether he's hiding amongst.
It is the same color shoes. I don't know if it's the same brand. I don't know if it's a fucking Air Jordans or something. This guy is just completely innocent.
Who's this?
That's not the guy.
This is the guy that was attacked.
That was the original guy that was attacked by the dog.
And this guy's just totally innocent.
Saw him was walking away from the liquor store. Yeah. I think he had a tall boy in his hand.
Immediately put his hands up in the air.
And put his hands up in the air and appeared to be complying. And then we moved off, and the next thing we know, the dog is chewing on this guy.
Very, very odd. But as they focus on all of this activity in the front, I can't help but wonder if he's not in this shopping center, where could he have gone? And I can only think that maybe he's hiding among the apartments back there. Which
I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know if it's the same guy.
you know, at this hour of the night. Let's go ahead and widen out a little bit more, Rob, excuse me, and see, is there any activity at all back there? You still see the night sun kind of peering between the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Still only a handful of units. Yeah, there's some more officers with their flashlights back there, looking around that apartment building, looking for any hiding spots. Could have easily climbed to one of those balconies to hide out.
He easily is the wrong word, not with that guy's build. He wasn't easily climbing shit.
The two people in front, at least the two people that I've seen them speaking with, I don't think either of them are related to this at all. I really don't.
It's hard to tell. The one thing is those jeans are light colored. His pants are light colored. But, you know, what are we, 800 feet in the air? 1,000 feet in the air? It's kind of hard, you know. We do have video of that suspect running away, and at the time he was wearing a
make this guy run. Let's see if he has the same gait pattern.
Short-sleeved T-shirt with a golden, some sort of logo on the back of it. If this person is wearing that sort of a shirt, obviously it's been covered by this hoodie that he's got on, and the jeans do, the pants appear to be baggier than what this guy was wearing.
God, he has such a goofy running technique.
It's a mask. Maybe it wasn't a beard. Okay, well there you go. That might be a thing.
Oh, interesting. I guess it could have been.
Could you tell, Rob? Was he wearing a mask when he was running?
Oh, actually, yeah, it might actually be a mask.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try that.
Fuck, this is tough.
Get one more view up here.
I don't know.
The suspect as he was running across.
Is it the right guy?
There. He was wearing a mask.
Yeah, that was a mask, not a beard.
He was wearing a mask. Look at that.
So.
And he is not quite as skinny as I thought, but I still can't tell whether. I still can't tell whether it's the same person or where he.
I can't either.
Looks similar, but you know now, if he's grabbed a hoodie from somebody, then it makes sense.
I do love watching him run.
More like the guy, you know.
It's like his first time jogging ever.
If we were to see him running, we could probably pick him out.
Even the news anchor's saying the same thing.
The good news is nobody that we know of has been hurt. Well, I shouldn't say that. I need to check myself. Somebody got hurt. It was the guy that was walking out of the liquor store that got bitten by the police dog. So that person, and you know, a German Shepherd is no joke. When they're biting you, that can be extremely serious, and
it sure can.
It could merit a trip to the hospital for that individual who may have just been minding his own business.
What do you mean may have? We know he was.
Ended up being chewed on by a police dog. So there is
absolutely
that
right.
part
Wouldn't
of
be
this.
surprised to see an ambulance pull in here any second. But
He's
in the meantime,
down.
I tell you what I don't see, Mark, is any attempt at a perimeter.
Right.
It doesn't even look like they're setting up for any kind of a containment. So, you know, if he's not here, he's gone, essentially, because there is no way at this point that they have enough manpower to set up. There's the ambulance.
Yeah, you called it.
Paramedics on scene down there, and here's the stretcher.
Yeah, and this guy.
Enjoy the $15,000 ride to the hospital in the ambulance.
Justin,
What a fucked up night. Just buying a beer, getting mauled by a police dog because they didn't bother to even double check if you were the culprit.
Yeah, this individual who, by all appearances, was not in any way
It's
connected.
free?
Yeah,
No, it's not. I rode in an ambulance once. It was 15 grand for the ride from the hospital to another hospital in an ambulance.
And all of a sudden,
maybe it's free for him. I don't know.
You know, basically chewed on by a police canine. He doesn't match a description of the suspect. He's got on a Dodgers cap.
There's a lawsuit.
Yeah, it could potentially be.
He's the prime gecko.
I think he has something to say to the officers right now. I'm not sure what the discussion is, obviously, that's going on.
It's not 15, though. I love people telling me that it wasn't 15 when I was the one that was there.
Unfortunate.
You're right.
Of what happened here. We still aren't
You're the
positive
expert.
that the person that they have in custody,
you must have drafted up the documents for my insurance.
Is in fact the driver. We know there was a female passenger who stayed with the vehicle and was immediately arrested by the highway patrol, and now they've obviously, well, that's the car that was involved. They've cleared that. And so now the question is, do they have the right person and or people? And is that the end of this?
Is the Resub Corbini in Tier 1 Chrome?
As you have been reporting with.
I actually do think they probably did get the right guy the second time. This guy's got to sue the shit out of him, though. But yeah, now that it's pretty clear that it was a mask on the first pass, he must have found a jacket back there and put it on.
That leads me to wonder whether maybe this guy here ran in the other direction. You know, we automatically, at the end of these pursuits, immediately, instinctively follow the driver when they foot bail. It's quite possible that somebody else in the back seat ran away from the vehicle in a different direction and could be related. It's not out of the question. It's at least possible.
True, the camera did pull off the second they came to a stop.
As we followed the driver with the camera, we don't exactly know whether anybody else fled the vehicle, and it very well could be the case that somebody did, and it could in fact be the person who was tracked down by that canine. So you could see him now being treated and taken in for questioning.
Well, they're certainly treating him as a suspect. He's still handcuffed. They're searching him, it looks like. They're putting, well, no, they're putting some bandages on them, but we assume that there will be a search if there hasn't been one already of this individual. So it's really difficult for us to determine from this literal and figurative altitude to determine what we're looking at here in terms of this person, or in fact in terms of the other person that they've got in custody, the other male.
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened here. They got the wrong guy, they know they got the wrong guy, and they're doing everything possible to try and, like, avoid a lawsuit. So they're going to try and find any way of, like, charging him with something, it would be my guess.
And we do not know.
What a fuck up. This is just a random guy. Just a literal random guy who bought a beer.
It certainly didn't appear to be, I didn't see anybody else running, but it's certainly possible. And if he's not, I mean, it could always be that they found something else on him, but I mean, we have no evidence of that.
Right.
All we saw was the dog taking him down, quite frankly. And even that was peculiar because he was already showing signs of compliance.
Yeah, that's the thing. He had his hands up, and then we, you know, you and I think everybody from our end thought that, no, that can't be, that's not the guy we saw running out, so we're looking for the guy that ran out. And he
from another POV, the guy that got jumped by a dog looked like he was talking shit and started walking away.
Him with our camera.
What? What other angle? He had his hands up. Here, it was right here.
That Knightson following along the perimeter of the building.
Is this the guy?
He immediately sets his shit down and then just puts his hands up.
I don't think so.
I don't think he had that much time to change. He wasn't wearing anything like that when he got out of the vehicle.
Yeah, I don't think so.
On CBS 8, how many angles did they have?
One lane there.
Either way, talking shit shouldn't get you jumped by the police dog. We're up. Oh, it's CBS 2. Nope, it's not CBS 2 either. CBS 9. It's not CBS 9 either, so nobody knows. Fox 10. Ah, okay. Getting so many mixed ones here. Oh, here we go.
Boy, after getting so dangerous, just glad they decided to, don't know why in that moment, decided to get out and run if they were thinking they were going to run into a business or something.
Oh. So he did just start walking away.
Huh. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, I see.
Oh, he's gonna get canine right now.
Oh, he brought that on himself. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
What the fuck was he thinking? That was so dumb.
Still resisting here.
That was really fucking dumb.
CHP's got their taser there as well. So, you know, we may
still wasn't at all involved in the police chase here. But what a bad decision from him. Probably drunk. Must have been. Had to have been. And there goes his chance at a lawsuit. Thanks for resub, Floyd and Forsane. He didn't deserve that, but it's still a stupid decision. Like, a cop always responds with something like that, especially since they clearly had no idea who they were even chasing. I still don't think he deserved to get jumped by the dog, but he actually did ask for some kind of problem by doing that. That was fucking dumb. Not his fault. It is his fault. Like, what do you mean? Like, he did the right thing immediately, just waited out. They literally caught the guy 2 seconds later. Him walking away is just always going to lead to a problem. Like, it just wasn't smart. Like, it was just not smart. especially not with the current climate of cops. You have to have a death wish to do some shit like that. You're not obligated to talk to police for no reason. Yeah, tell them that when they're sicking the dog on you. Just, like, still, why? Why be that person that's like, am I being arrested? Am I being detained? I'm going home. And then just end up being one of those people that get fucking tased and shot. Like, yeah, it sucks, but Jesus, like, have some kind of self-preservation. The amount of people that die doing that shit is baffling, and yet people still, like, walk away from it. But I agree. I don't think he should have been jumped by a dog, but that was just a dumb idea from him. Doesn't make it right. It doesn't, but have some fucking self-preservation instead of trying to get, like, this dunk, like, well, I know my rights, and you're wrong, so I'm gonna walk away during this police chase where you have a gun and a dog on me. Like, it's just not smart. It is just not smart. That is the simple fact of the matter. Thanks the Prime Pando. Shit take. Hey, man. I didn't make the cops the way they are right now. That's not me, man. I just think that you should value your own life as opposed to regurgitating Reddit advice on what to do during an extremely tense situation where cops are always looking for some kind of excuse for excessive force in a situation like this. So just play by their rules temporarily and save your own life. Clown take. Hey, man. Hey, I'm not telling you how to live your life. If you're buying a beer and they jump you, like, thinking you're a criminal, do exactly what this guy did, man. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to think you're dumb for it. Like, I'm going to think it's a pretty bad idea. But I'm not going to stop you. You're well within your right. Go for it, man. This guy's gonna get nothing out of a lawsuit against the cops either now, because now they're gonna blame him for, like, resisting arrest or impeding an active investigation or some shit. So now this man got mauled by a dog and gets nothing out of it except an expensive ambulance ride and an injury. I'll take without knowing the law. Again, man, I just don't see the point in having this argument with the cops about your rights when clearly they've shown many times it doesn't matter. There's a lot of times where they very much don't abide by the law. So why the fuck are you going to try and make them and escalate the situation? You can if you want. I'm not going to stop you. But it always leads to a big problem and usually a big injury. And it's not the cops that get injured. Thanks, Resub Diz. That was a pretty wild chase, though. I really do wonder if they got the right guy. I still am 50-50 on it. I cannot decide, because he would have had to find a really conveniently placed jacket to go from this to this. I don't know where he would have found that. Thanks, Risa Brex. Finish it? No, it's just them going through the rest of it. I already know. And then him going to the hospital on his own dime. Fuck, I just can't decide. I'm leaning towards it's the same guy.
In that apartment
God
building,
damn it, do the side by side again. Where was it? There it is.
Outside of
Like, I feel like it probably is. I think it's a bit Samboni. No, I don't know where he would have got the jacket. That's the thing. I don't know where he would have picked that up running through the liquor store. But they did find this guy in the alley. That's another thing to keep in mind. They picked this guy up out back. And like I said, this guy was not athletic enough to be jumping any kind of walls. So he absolutely went through the liquor store and got stuck, realizing he doesn't have the physical capabilities to get over this wall. So they catch him over here. But then again, they caught him here, but for some reason, he's still checking. Like, he's still looking in these other areas for someone.
This is an armed robbery suspect, correct? This is someone who's believed to have committed an armed robbery.
It's like, why would he still be looking in here like it's like a fucking, like a Looney Tunes hide-and-seek moment? If they just caught the guy. Looking for a weapon? Oh, good point. True, because it was an armed robbery. Good point, good point. When did they get him back here? Was it here?
California Highway Patrol.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so they got him out back here. It's probably the guy. That would be one hell of a coincidence if a guy wearing similar jeans, similar shoes, similar build in the exact same spot that the criminal ran to just happened to be at the wrong place, wrong time. Is his hat somewhere? Oh, he absolutely just fucking launched that somewhere. Definitely not the same guy. Skinny jeans. He's not wearing skinny jeans, though. He's just a big boy in jeans, and when he was running, that shit just pressed against his groin. Like, I don't think he's wearing skinny jeans here.
Imperial occasion.
Driver jumping out of.
See, like, to me, that this doesn't really look like skinny jeans. That looks like he's putting a lot of pressure on the jeans themselves. They're just normal jeans.
The vehicle. Driver.
See, and his pants are falling down even still during this chase. During this run. And as he slows down, they start bagging up a little bit.
Driver running through a parking lot, getting out of the vehicle.
See, like, they're not skinny jeans. Like, they are bagging up here, just like the guy they do catch.
But,
I don't know, man. Plus, they still have the witnesses around here who watched them go in. I'm sure they asked them, hey, did this guy just run through your store? Like, I'm sure they would have done at least the bare minimum there. I think it's the same guy. The more I see from it, the more I'm convinced. Yeah, I think it's the same guy. Check the shoes. The shoes are the same. The shoes are absolutely the same. The store probably has cameras too. True. I think it's a tier 1 jack. If we look at the Fox angle, did they really even have like a different angle of this though? They did have a different angle on the other guy. Let me see.
The entire time coming up, I'm sure it's they're looking for. So it's front and saw them.
That is absolutely the same guy. Yeah, look at those jeans. That would be an unreal coincidence.
Yeah, so
if this is not the same guy. Not exactly a better angle of him though. In fact, the other one has the best angle there. Similar belly. Yeah, build, clothes, outfit, all of it. Very similar. I think they got the right guy. Man, he had so much time, too, to escape. He was betrayed by his own lack of athleticism. LAPD just gave up the car chase just now. The guy won against the cops. You can watch it now. I'm going to tune in for just 1 second. If I see anything sketchy, I'm immediately backing out. You said it's ABC7? Fuck. Alright, fine.
Onto the 5
Oh, it's the boy wonder. The police chase commentating expert is back.
Valley left before he ends up in the Newhall Pass. And so I suspect
How did he escape?
Gradually. But in this case, really capable of much, but he is certainly pushing it here now, almost coming close with that cross traffic there. He's on a
Jesus, this has already been going for 30 minutes.
That does not have a name, but he is just about a block south or half block south of DeSoto Avenue. To give you an idea of where we are, you can see the helicopter.
I feel like with all these police chases in SoCal, I know the area better than my own city. Gone on such a fucking tour of it through these.
Street, I believe. Another narrow Strathern Street, another narrow residential neighborhood. Will put him back on DeSoto Avenue, and those units.
Okay, now let's go live.
Would call an infraction or a misdemeanor that occurred in LAPD's territory. Would CHP get involved in this if no LAPD units are pursuing?
CHP will certainly be notified. They'll be given the option, and then they will decide based on their resources whether they want to give it a shot. What's so interesting about this is that if he continues, look at him, he's signaling to get off of the 5 freeway.
Well, that's nice of him to use his turn signal.
But the funny part about that is that if he would have continued northbound on the 5 freeway, that would have taken him into the Santa Clarita Valley, out of LAPD's jurisdiction, and even the helicopter probably would have turned around.
What?
Probably would have, he probably would be done. But he is
no.
off the freeway in the San Fernando.
Is that how that works? They have like an aggro range, like it's World of Warcraft?
LAPD's jurisdiction, giving that
Actually, World of Warcraft I don't think has aggro range. Like City of Heroes?
So it's interesting when you think about it, but if he would have stayed on the freeway, he probably would have gotten away, left LAPD's jurisdiction and taken himself into Santa Clarita Valley, but instead he's now off the freeway, back into LAPD's.
So what happens then?
Right where this all.
Let's say he didn't suck a fat ass there and went straight, and everyone turns around. Do they arrest him in the next county?
He has stopped.
Like just forward his information to them and they arrest him there?
Which we, I guess, should maybe congratulate him for.
Yeah, they put out an APB? Okay.
Because it looks like it's red in the other direction. I can't tell.
Looks like it's red. He's at a red. Okay. There's a green light allowing that.
He's obeying traffic laws?
Southbound 405. He's in the right lane on the northernmost lane of Roxford Street.
Yeah, this is live.
And we'll see he basically is fixing.
I'll watch the conclusion to this. It seems like a polite chase. He's just waiting in a red light.
He could either go
He's in no rush.
north on Sepulveda, or he could pull in front of all of those 2 white cars and end up back on the freeway. But I don't think he's going to do that. He looks like he's on the path towards Sepulveda. There's no right turn he can make here. He's just waiting for the light to turn. And we'll see what he does here. Crawling through the intersection and going with those traffic.
Oh, he's listening to the broadcast. He's listening to the broadcast. He heard the secret. He heard the cheat code of going back up here and getting to the next county. He heard. He's listening.
Now he is now entering their jurisdiction. So CHP is going to have some fun with this.
Oh, no, wait, I misunderstood. He's going the wrong way.
What this guy is up to.
I thought this was going all the way around.
They've got a couple of patrol cars ready to engage if the go-ahead is given, and they have a wide open, empty freeway to either put this into a pursuit mode once again or just track his movements and follow him to his final destination. So not what you would have thought, and in fact I'm a little bit surprised that CHP took the bait, but
took the bait? What do you mean?
Resources, and
it's fucking 3 a.m. They just want to drive fast for a little bit. I get it.
Southbound,
they're like, fuck it, boys, let's punch it.
Southbound 405, Mark.
All right. Well, you know what? When they know about a crime, they have a duty to investigate, and that is what's at play here. And you never know.
If they pit maneuver this guy, I'm going to have to back out immediately because this is a high-speed pit maneuver, a huge chance for injury. Can't stream that.
Used to cover up a felony as an attempt to evade detection on something that this person has done that would be much, much, much more serious. We don't know.
That's exactly.
Oh!
Look at that. Was that? Yeah.
Okay, he just got off.
So he got off. The 2 continued, but he still has. That's still a black and white.
Yeah, he's got one straggler on him still.
Unit right behind him as he gets off.
I love how impressed the commentator gets.
And that's interesting. That's really interesting. Well, you're so right, Mark. You know, it could be a very minor crime, or it could be a very, very serious crime. We just don't know, and so that's reason enough to follow this through, especially considering that they have the available resources to do so. So here you have.
They're not doing anything else right now. It's late.
If we widen that a little bit, is there anybody else behind them? Just the one. So that's interesting. Just the one black and white.
Former esports caster. Yeah.
LAPD airship overhead, now westbound on Rinaldi.
Right, and we should point out the CHP unit is not in pursuit mode here. You don't see any red lights. You don't see or any indication that he has lit up this car. He's just following behind him, and right now he's on surface streets, which is not.
God, I have to pee so bad. Can you stop at a red light again real quick so I have a minute?
Operation.
Call it timeout.
So
my hunch. So here's what we're looking at here. If he continues driving within the speed limit, within the parameters of the law, and stops going through these red lights, without any backup, it is less likely that that CHP unit will engage in a pursuit by himself.
They just watch him.
However, if he starts to blow through these red lights unnecessarily, that will change the equation. So,
fuck, I have to pee.
The primary unit right there has not seen him break any laws that we know of just yet. At least for the last several minutes, he's been somewhat behaved ever since he got onto the 405.
Yeah, is this even a police chase? It just looks like a random guy now. He hasn't done anything illegal that we've seen yet.
And he's actually
just fucking driving.
Slow, whether that's because he sees that CHP unit behind him, or he's just more composed.
Holy fuck! Thank you for the 100 gift subs, champ. Holy Jesus Christ!
And if that continues,
thank you, champ. Oh my God.
That CHP unit will likely.
Thank you so much, man.
Let him go, but you know. It's anybody's guess because one wrong move and all of a sudden, is there more pulling in?
What do you mean let him go? Like he's just like he wins?
Yeah,
like he's
let
not.
Him go.
So what happens now?
Again, those CHP
he just goes home and it's all good.
Responsible for state roads.
Goes to the paint shop.
Interstate highways, and so he's going to head back towards the freeway. The airship is still overhead, and a different unit is now a ways back. Is that we don't know if it's CHP.
What is the protocol? I don't understand. I have to pee. I have to pee. I'll be right back. I've got to fucking pee. Christ.
In his direction, but
but I don't want to miss anything. But I gotta pee. I'm sorry. I've got to fucking pee.
Blocks ahead of him. LAPD still overhead, and now the driver really just cruising down Rinaldi Street.
All right, so our coverage will end here. It appears the law enforcement has lost interest in this pursuit, and it is no longer a threat to the public, it would appear, because he has slowed down. Our coverage will end now. We thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night on ABC 7. Good night.
Alright, I'm back. Wait, what? What just happened? Did he deploy an EMP? What's going on? There's a Tier 1 Gymnastics, Tier 1 Booker, and the Prime Dabby in gray. They lost interest, they gave up, he just won. What? Oh wait, this is the wrong thing.
pursuit, and it is no longer a threat to the public, it would appear, because he has slowed down. Our coverage will end now. We thank you very much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night on ABC 7. Good night.
Wait, so is the crime forgiven? Because it was a pursuit. I don't know what he was originally being stopped for, but he evaded authorities. He ran from the police. Is it all good? Like he wins?
That's exactly right. And at least at one point, they were willing to...
No, they just arrest him later. Okay. Imagine if that was a rule, like, if you outrun us for 45 minutes, we forgive your crime. You lose your stars.
Once that helicopter, you heard that helicopter overhead and continued the pursuit regardless, and then the pursuit was back on. So now you wonder, well, maybe they'll try it again, maybe give him a little more space and have...
What if it's not his car? True.
Mostly on Satakoy. Now we're going in the opposite direction, eastbound on Satakoy, doing just about the speed limit. And all of those turns that we just saw in the last couple of minutes, weaving through...
That's crazy. Wait, that is actually nuts. I don't think I've ever seen that. Then again, I'm new to the police chase scene. Can't say I'm overly familiar with police chase protocol. I'm very new to this genre. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if they just plan on arresting him later, like they deem he's not a threat anymore due to obeying road rules, like, if they plan to get him later, that assumes that he's in his own car. That could be a stolen car. It could be fake plates. That seems like an interesting protocol. Thanks to the resub, EMG. We saw his face on the news. I guess, true, yeah. What was he being pursued for? I don't know. I didn't catch it, like, right when it started. We caught it live, like, 30, 40 minutes into it. So, yeah, I don't know. Watch the police chase from yesterday. Bro, that was a 3-hour chase. But yeah, I know it ended with like 8 people coming out of this thing like a clown car. I saw this.
5 people in all involved in a dangerous chase that wound through 3 counties, ending just minutes ago.
I didn't know they went through Angel Stadium though. That was kind of cool.
Is he losing control?
A pickup out of control with 5 suspects on the run. The 3-county pursuit beginning in Ventura County with a hit and run. Deputies trying to pull the driver over and the chase was on. The CHP taking over as they entered LA County. The truck weaving in and out of traffic, all without his lights on, at times hitting 100 miles per hour. The truck full of...
What tactical benefit does he even get from not turning his lights on?
Flying as the pickup races into the parking lot.
Yeah, this is the part I just saw.
Then round and round they go. The suspect driving in circles with police trailing behind. The circus continuing out onto the surface streets. The 5 in the pickup continuing.
That one was a felony hit and run, so they weren't going to stop chasing. Makes sense.
Bumping a car along the way. Back in LA County, they exited the 5 freeway, hitting the guardrail before calling it quits. Surrounded by police with their guns drawn, the suspects giving up. Their hands in the air. One after the other, they climb out of the truck. 5 suspects inside, all now in custody.
All look very drunk too.